an hour late.
It's fine.
Totally fine. Everything's fine. Nothing's on fire, Artemis. Anyway, hello everyone. I see my face on the thing. This is session 31, maybe? Question mark?
Is it?
It is, yeah.
Really?
It's on the announcements. I just didn't have them immediately in front of me because I'm very professional. Anyway, Emily, who are you?
I'm myself.
Totally your first time on stream or this channel.
Yep. Everybody's a little off today. We can hear and see you. See you? What? Can or can't?
I mean, it says can, so I'm just gonna assume that they
we'll assume that yes. Okay. I'm Emily, or Corvée on many things. And here I'm Thethys, and we're gonna try and make it spooky.
or not. We'll
Or
figure
not.
it out.
It might end up silly just because that's how it goes.
Yeah. Honestly, for a second, I thought you were just gonna stop at "I'm Emily." Like,
I'm Emily.
we'll just skip all the other stuff.
And I'm here.
Before we get started, got some announcements as usual. Our sponsor for tonight is Canadian Dice. Go to canadiandice.ca. Use the code THEVACTER, all one word, for 15% off your order at checkout. And this week, Maggie's dice pick is Purple Rain because they're shiny and look like ink dropped in water. It says don't eat them, but I think I heard that you can, but you probably shouldn't.
Who go down pretty hard.
Yeah, for legal reasons, maybe don't.
Yeah.
But second announcement is our merch store at tinyurl.com/vacmerch. We can get all kinds of awesome shirts like Half Orc Energy, the 2 new Spooktober shirts, the awesome Sploth merch that Emily made. All kinds of great stuff.
Oh, I think I could put it on maybe.
Yeah. If we had a break, that's what we would do. I mean, I guess we make the rules. We could have a break anytime we want. But in case you couldn't tell, Spooktober has begun. Today it's a little chaotic, but that's normal. That's just who we are. And exactly. We are raising money once again for Extra Life. So last year we raised over $1,300, and obviously want to try and beat that this year because go big or go home. Or you could go big and go home. There's nothing wrong with going home.
We would prefer to go big.
Yeah.
And then maybe go home later.
Exactly. Yeah, that is at tinyurl.com/VacTerExtraLife2023, or there's a link somewhere on the thing. It shows up differently because I'm usually on mobile, but yeah, it's in the chat and somewhere else. So give us money, please. And
money, please.
I love that show, and that line is just amazing. And our last announcement, the schedule. Wow, words are hard. Tomorrow, there is no Legacy of Fire due to Canadian Thanksgiving. Rude.
Big Thanksgiving.
If you're Canadian.
If you're Canadian.
If you're American, then you gotta wait.
Screw you.
Which is the rude part, really.
Really.
Wait. Monday is Mistwalkers at 8:30. Tuesday is Tooth Fairy 2 with DM Jeremy here at 8:30 p.m. Yeah.
Very excited for that. I was in it last year, but my character died, so I'm not in it this time.
Right. That's all right. I'll just take your place.
Yep.
That's a very different character.
Yeah.
Wednesday is Wasteland Saga at 9 p.m. over on Goodman Games. Thursday is Song of Crystal and Shadow back here with DM Sophia at 8:30. Friday is Fixius 5 with DM Artemis at 8:30. And as always, you can find the Vectair wherever you get your podcasts. And I'm going to pause for 2 seconds. Hey, thanks. Kayla did that the other day, and it was super helpful.
I did it last night, and I was like, I'm just going to start doing this from now on. Like, I'm some sort of director. And it makes me feel powerful. I'm in charge. I'm not.
You just need one of the like clacker things.
I bet I could get one on like Amazon or something.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we're gonna do the thing now. So, Emily, would you like to start us off with our interplanetary travel?
Oh yeah, that's right. Do I roll something for that one? It's been a while.
Yep.
Okay. Ooh,
Just
I'll
roll.
use the fan. I have this weird. I was showing Rick earlier this weird
It's like
kind of
parfait.
gem
And
D6.
as we know from the holy movie, everybody likes parfait.
Oh wait, 4.
Or
Of course, if you roll and it faces away from you, you can't see what the number is.
not
That's
super
not very
helpful,
helpful.
but yeah, it's fine. So you make up a game to play during a long stretch of empty space. What are the rules like, and how does Reggie win?
How does Reggie win? Oh, the rules. Well, because in this world, Reggie is also just a rat, right? Like, well, not
No,
just rat.
Reggie's a dinosaur.
Oh, Reggie's a dinosaur, but he's a tiny dinosaur, right?
He's at this point he's like a pretty large dog sized, but he's a long necked dinosaur.
Okay. Okay. Oh,
Yeah, it is rigged. But I mean, there's an episode title Reggie always wins because he does, because he cheats and he's cute.
I mean, that's always helpful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's something akin to like soccer or football or like because rugby you have to get over like a goal line too, right?
Yep.
And I think it's something like that where like you're trying to get something over a line or past a goal or something like that. And the way that Reggie wins is because we're using something improvised, probably from the pantry.
It's
And
Steve.
so it's like a packet of like freeze-dried ice cream or
We're
something.
using Steve the dinosaur as our ball.
Yeah.
Who is definitely
And
not like a very, very large possum size at
yeah.
all.
The way that Reggie wins is he just picks Steve up in his mouth and runs around in circles. And so he scores for both teams and inevitably wins.
That makes sense. He made his own team.
Yeah.
Amazing. That is typical Reggie for sure. Also, because it was established that Together Among the Stars exists in the Fixius universe, and that Ram was teaching it, and then we established that Ram runs the Rangers in this universe. That means that Rat Reggie and Dino Reggie both exist in the same universe.
Wait.
It's
Wait.
Reggie. It's Reggieception.
Brain can't comprehend multiple Reggies.
It's buffering.
It's like the rainbow spinny ball of death from Max when everything freezes and you're just like, oh no.
Have you seen the Loki TV show?
I've seen the first
Where
season.
where they have like the variants? Yeah, Rat
Yeah.
Reggie and Dino Reggie are just variants of Reggie. They're basically the same person, just different timelines.
We just write this down, Artemis. We discover later on that Reggie is just a person / deity of some sort of.
I mean, we don't know that wasn't the plan all along.
Could have been. Maybe Artemis already knew that.
Probably.
We're just now figuring it out.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna roll for how many cards we draw. Ooh, we got 5 to start. And if you would roll for our first discovery, we'll do the thing for real.
5.
Okay. Um. So as we are resting, we just land and we're hanging out. We've got the King of Diamonds. Diamonds are living beings, and King is floating in the air. Not flying, floating.
Oh, okay. I think. Oh. Wait, am I doing this one or are you doing this one?
That's
I'm
all
doing
you.
this one. We're making it creepy. I think they are vaguely like funnel shaped and they have like some sort of a mouth end and then they kind of like they're like a bent cone and they just like float and kind of like turn this open funnel mouth thing in different directions.
Okay.
Doesn't look
Interesting.
like they have eyes, but I mean, who's to say?
Extrasensory perception.
Yeah.
Let's see. I got a 3, so I added detail, maybe? Yes. I have done this now almost 40 times. I still don't remember all the things.
That's why people make instructions for stuff.
Yeah. Um. Okay, so added detail. I'm gonna say that we notice like as it turns, it seems to be not 3-dimensional. Like as it turns, it disappears. So as like the opening of the funnel faces us, it's like that dimension doesn't exist to us, essentially, if that makes sense. So you can only see it if you're at the right angle.
Oh, that's kind of terrifying.
You're welcome. Good morning.
Get ready for spooky shit.
But this is like science spooky.
Yeah, it's a
Bracken's just like,
multi-dimensional
that's
being and you can't keep track of it. Good luck.
Bracken's like, you know what? Maybe we'll just go back to the ship and we'll find another spot to park because this is uncomfortable.
I don't like knowing if they can tell if I'm here or not.
Or where they
Like
are.
not knowing.
Yeah, exactly. Asparagus. It only exists in 2D space.
Ooh.
I think there was possibly a Doctor Who episode like that, maybe,
Maybe.
where they were like drawings on the wall, I want to say. I might be imagining that or thinking of something totally different, but that sounds right.
I mean, there's also the like silence, or well, there's the silence, but also like
The Weeping
frickin'
Angels.
weeping angels that move when you're not looking and
Yeah,
terrible.
fine. Okay, we'll get to those in a minute.
Yeah, right. Who knows? That could be where this could be where they came from.
It's true.
You don't know.
So as we move on to a totally different location on this planet, I got a 3, so we come upon suddenly the 4 of spades. And 4 is in a steep canyon. Spades are natural phenomena. I'm gonna say we're like maybe we land in the canyon and we're exploring and we see what looks like eyes, multiple eyes. But as we get closer to them and examine, there's no tool markings. It seems like they're naturally eroded, but they're definitely multiple eye shapes.
Ugh.
But they seem to be made of stone.
What if I just... I'm gonna like touch one.
It feels like stone.
Why does it feel like this whole planet is watching us?
Um, I mean, yeah, more than usual.
Yeah.
And it's this time it's not just Rory watching us. I say, and
Yeah.
I glance back at the drone. It's just like hovering right next to a bunch of eyes.
Ooh. Let us know if you're getting any interference from something. It's like
The
as the
drone waves.
drone waves back.
Did it always have
There's
hands?
like maybe if it picks stuff up. It's got little like
The drone is just a
yeah.
flying T-Rex.
And it like reaches down. Whoop, whoop.
But it's got like the toys from the 90s. Dino Grippy Claws, yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's like grabby hands.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
Amazing.
so. What if we have to give it samples?
That's true. That's true. I've just been putting them in its mouth that it has for some reason.
Well, yeah.
I guess drones have to eat too.
Exactly.
If you want to examine these eyeballs further, if you want to roll for it. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to.
I got a 1.
Cool. So somebody gets to draw them. But also, if you want to paint us a word picture of what else you notice about them.
I think, like, because they're like rock formations, right? So they're just like, it looks like someone took the time to carve out and, like, to the point of even, like, smoothing things, these, like, eye shapes. But then, like, there's no way that we could know that if they're not, like, naturally occurring.
Yeah, like I said, there's no tool markings, so it doesn't look like
Yeah.
any kind of creature would have done this, or tools or claws. And I would say that they're all different sizes, like they're not uniform in size.
Yeah, like I'm almost imagining the landscape being like they're like these bulbous protrusions. Like if you've ever seen oh
I mean, asparagus mentioned, I am going to mispronounce it if I try to say it out loud, but I have seen that word before. A couple few things up above Artemis.
cabochon formations? Kind of. Or like you know, I don't know if you've ever seen like a raw chalcedony where it's got like
I have never heard that word in my life.
it looks like stone made of bubbles or like it's
How
kind
do
of
you
hard to
how do you
explain.
spell that?
Chalcedony.
Okay. I have been mispronouncing that my entire life then.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, to be fair. So.
That's okay. We'll just get yelled at by chat probably.
Yeah, or like the inside of like a geode or something where it's
Mhm.
like you have like the rounded like bumps. I
Yeah.
imagine it's like that, but then there's these like almond shaped
Yeah,
etchings into them almost.
it's
Not
very
etchings, but
clearly eye shaped on these bubbles, which is weird because there's no reason why it should do that, like no clear reason.
right.
I mean, Asparagus asked about precipitation. I guess it's possible that for some reason it could have caused erosion uh,
Yeah.
in that specific shape, like hundreds of times. But Breckett, with his vast knowledge of science, is just like this. This is unexplainable. There's no explanation here. I poked it with my stick, and I have nothing.
Oh, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know what voice I'm doing right now either. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be Southern.
That's true. I forgot about that. It's been a minute.
I'm Southern. I'm getting into Greeny brain again. I'm just like, I'm recording these, but they look strange. Do they seem like they're moving at all?
You know, I heard some rock sounds, but I just thought it was like, I don't know, something else moving. But now that you mention it, and as I'm like recording Space TikToks and I look back, I'm like, that's, yeah, you know, maybe we should go again because they're definitely moving.
Oh, yeah, let's find something else.
I have to say, I really love this planet so far.
Ooh, it's really great. Very homey.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Asparagus, like the eyes are like changing direction, like going from one person to the next. They're just like, you know, looking at Reggie, looking at Breckett, looking back at Reggie, looking at the drone.
I'm not a fan of this place.
Yeah, it's a good time. If you want to roll for our next discovery and see what kind of spooky shit we find next.
6.
Okay. We've got
This
the
is
3 of clubs. So clubs are plants and other immobile forms of life. And 3 is by a gentle river. Nothing spooky there. Plants by a river.
ooh. I think plants by a river. You know, it's definitely a gentle river. And there's a car playing really loud music outside. It's definitely a gentle river. Just kind of rambling along. But because we're still on the same planet, right? So
Yep.
I'm really picturing that this is like everything's very dark gray and dark brown, and like even the sky is very dark and cloudy. And so like this kind of calm river, this little stream is like black. And the I think the plants that are next to it are almost like reeds, but they're like kind of like pale yellow almost. And
Okay.
they when a breeze blows, they make a noise like someone moaning.
Oh, I hate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, maybe I'm trying to be creepy for once and it's working.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, but while we're examining these, we definitely see that Rory's in the Griffin and just like casually flies by, playing music really loud. And as Artemis said in the chat, the drone is like moving its little tiny arms like it's eating popcorn because Rory forgot to take off the control gloves to manipulate the arms. So now those gloves are covered in popcorn butter and salt. So they're gonna be real gross. Let's see.
Ugh.
Okay. Once again, on my examination, I got a 1, so we get to draw the reeds.
Great.
Um, yeah, so as Brackett goes over and is like, these are terrifying, clearly they couldn't get any worse. Um, he notices that as they move in the breeze, they also emit like this redness into the water.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
And he like pokes it with a stick, and it's especially viscous.
Oh, I gotta use markers for this, I think. If it's like releasing red into the water. Ooh.
And now, like the end of the stick, I think it was burnt several episodes back slightly, and now it's burnt and also red and sticky.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, the best combination.
Right?
Because like I know I normally will sample things, but you know what? Something tells me I shouldn't sample this one, and also Reggie probably shouldn't sample this one.
Yeah. These are really interesting. You know what? I bet it's some kind of like pollen or something.
Yeah, but this is not the fun dancing pollen.
No. It's really, it's a unique organism. It's it is absolutely.
You know, on the subject of pollen, I feel like after a few minutes of it kind of spreading out, we do notice it starts to slowly like rise out of the water. But instead of the pollen people kind of emulate the human form, uh, the really tiny ones are more not amorphous, but they're a little bit less distinct. And as they get bigger, they kind of take on a human form. We assume to, like I was saying, emulate us. This does not, but it's clearly still pollen people. But they just kind of form like this red wave that is creeping towards us very slowly. It's not very big. It's not massive or dangerous necessarily, unless we move really slowly. Um,
Okay.
but it reminds Breckett way too much of an amoeba, and he's not having it. Also, we
Fair.
noticed that it seems like maybe it's more the pollen moaning.
Ooh. I don't like that either.
I have you ever seen like the old documentaries about zombies, like Night of the Living Dead, that documentary?
No, I have not.
That's kind of what this reminds me of. I think these pollen people are the Living Dead, possibly. Yeah,
Now
no, it's.
why now why would you why?
I mean, I wouldn't, but clearly something did.
Ugh, I don't like it. Not a fan.
Yeah, they also smell really bad.
Yeah. I they
Well,
sound it's like when something sweet starts to rot,
yeah,
like
exactly.
fruit or something.
Like it almost smells good, but wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe fourth time's the charm. That's the saying, right?
Right.
So as we signal to Rory to be like, you know what, we're not gonna walk on this planet because too much weirdness has happened. We're gonna move on to our next card. We got a 4, so another sudden one. We've got the 2 of spades.
Okay.
So
Still drawing the blood reeds.
so spades again, natural phenomena. 2 is under the light of the moon. Oof.
Ooh.
Um, the moon. I'm going to say there's two moons on this planet. One is much larger than the other, and they're both like a sickly green,
Ooh.
like kind of the Disney bad guy green, but a little bit more pale.
That is such a specific. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right?
Like,
That's all you need is those words. Asparagus, I don't know why I keep drawing spades. Sometimes it likes to just draw the same ones for whatever reason, no matter how much I shuffle it. It is just the nature of the cards for whatever reason.
the draw. Sorry.
Oh man. um, let's see. Natural phenomena. Ooh, yeah. We can't figure out why, but there is a sudden fog that is just like all enveloping, and then under the light of these pale green moons, it kind of takes on a green aspect to it. It's still mostly white, but has an even paler green.
Mm.
Just like, this is atmospheric.
Can you see? Because I don't know if I can see.
Well, the ship was right over. Mm, where's the griffin?
I don't know. It's real dark.
Breckett.
I mean, it's like bright, but I can't tell. Like I can only see you because you're next to me.
Right. Breckett's like, my communicator's not working. Is yours?
Uh, what do our communicators look like?
Uh,
Hello?
I've been kind of imagining it almost like if you've played the Fallout games, like the Pip Boy, where it's
I
like on
have
your
not.
arm.
Oh,
It
okay.
or like Futurama, where Leela's got the thing on her arm.
Okay. Okay.
So it's
Hello?
almost like a tablet, but it's on like a wrist cuff.
Yeah. Like here.
Yeah, yeah. Or even kind of like the way they depict biotics in Mass Effect, where it has the like glowy thing.
Okay. Okay. It doesn't seem to be. I don't know. Hello?
If you want to roll an examination to find out if we can find the ship.
5. I'm gonna roll the
5.
same 3 numbers on a d6 the whole game.
Like you do. Ooh. So you get to tell us how this fog changes in some way.
Mm, how does it change? I think it starts to settle. Excuse me, because it appeared so suddenly. And it starts to settle and it like clings to our skin.
Mm.
Um, and is just like we start to take on this weird, almost like bioluminescent glow, but it also just kind of like itches a little. So now we're like walking around, the fog is settling, but we're like,
So we look kind of ghostly and itchy.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Breckett's just like, you know what? I don't like this, and he like puts his helmet on. But sort of like the Doctor Who episode in the library, his like face mask just goes black. He's like, did it get really dark all of a sudden?
I think so. What is happening?
Yeah, no, I don't like this, and I can't see. Um, where the heck is Rory? I didn't even hear because the Griffin's not very exactly Artemis. Hey, turn out the lights.
Right?
Good reference. I didn't hear the ship, and the Griffin's not very quiet. You know, it makes some noise when it starts up. She's an old ship. Where is it?
What are you looking for?
The ship?
Right. The ship. It's definitely here. Or
Is
somewhere.
it? Because I don't see it.
I'm gonna like start feeling for it. And just like taking slow steps forward.
Breckett's just like standing. You can see he's just like got his arms kind of like awkwardly out because he's afraid to move because he can't see.
I'm gonna try to take a couple steps.
Okay.
I feel
Anything?
no.
Well, this is fun. I like this. I'm having a good time.
Do we have like I'm gonna say like we have some sort of like flashlight like they do in The Last of Us where it's like the little like thing that attaches to your outfit.
Yeah.
Um, and I'll try to turn it on and see if it works.
Does it?
See if it does anything.
Does it?
Maybe just a little, but it's like very dim and we still can't see like beyond a radius of like within our own arm length.
Yeah, as Artemis said in the chat, the drone just lands on Breckett, like it lands on his head, and he's just like, "Oh shit!" Until he realizes he feels like the little tiny T-Rex arms of it. He's like, "Oh, okay," and so it's just like ratatouilleing him. I think Rory must be somewhere nearby because I found the drone. Rory found me.
Oh, okay. Wait. So, hey, that's fine. Okay.
And I'm gonna say like you can kind of see Breckett through the fog with your light, and then he disappears, and you can't hear him on the communicator anymore.
Breckett? Hello? Shit.
But you saw kind of where he was when he disappeared.
I'll go that way.
Eventually, you find like weirdly that the ship doesn't show, but you can see the doorway to it.
Oh. Okay. I'll go through the doorway.
And it's just totally normal inside. Like everything is normally you see Brackett's like
Oh,
totally having a panic attack now.
we should leave this planet. I don't like it.
As soon as you say that, the door shuts behind you, and we just take off. We're like, nope,
Let's
nope.
get out of here.
Yeah, we still had one more card, but yeah, that's enough for Breckett for sure.
The one more card is the thing that follows us through the door that we can't
Right?
see.
Let's see. It was the 9 of spades. So let me see what that would be. Deep underground, natural phenomena. Maybe as we take off, we realize that somehow we ended up deep underground, and we find even more of those weird eyes.
Oh.
But now they're like glowing and actively moving.
Asparagus said something about like one of these things being in an underground cave, and I was like, maybe we are, and we just didn't know it.
Right. No, I had that same thought. That was a fantastic suggestion.
Asparagus knew all along.
Exactly. All right. Normally I kind of space out whenever we do the interplanetary travel. Like if we do a lot of exploration, I'll do it every couple. But you know what? Breckett needs some like human interaction.
That makes sense.
Got a 5. So that is we share a meal together. I'm gonna say the best part is not being on that planet anymore.
Yes. Correct.
The worst part is Breckett keeps seeing like shadows in the corner, and as soon as he looks, they're gone.
Oh, you love that.
I mean, they just might potentially be seeing the same thing. I'll leave that up to you.
Probably. But
Good times.
she would assume that she's just like, it's like a psychological thing, and she would be like, it's nothing. But if it keeps happening for like longer, then she'll start to get freaked out. Because if it's not happening to anyone else, or at least if no one else is talking about it, she's gonna be like,
you can see that Breckett is especially on edge and keeps like looking really suddenly. His eyes are just constantly bulging in fear.
I think then she'll go up to him and be like, are you seeing weird stuff? Because I'm seeing weird stuff. There's like, it's like things are running by just out of my periphery.
Yeah, and it's not just Reggie this time.
Yeah. I'm not a
maybe
fan.
It's Shadow Reggie.
What did that planet do to us? Did we breathe something in or touch something we shouldn't have?
I mean, that fog was kind of funny. I did get a sample of it, and he like puts it into whatever kind of equipment that we have, and like scans it, pulls it up, and it's like, huh, that's weird because can't identify any of it.
Well,
it's like it doesn't exist.
The machine must be broken.
Yeah, probably.
Right.
That's the only explanation.
Start tapping on it. That's how Thethys fixes everything. She just bangs on it until it works.
Breckett's just like, oh, you know what? I see that Reggie got some, Reggie treats in here. And he's like, got the little air sprayer thing, the air duster, cleaning out the keyboard and everything. Like, nope, it's still not showing up. So maybe we go find a happier planet.
Yeah, let's try that. Let's just try that on for.
If you would roll how many cards we're going to get for this planet.
Okay. 6. Oh, jeez.
Well, we'll see if we make it through all 6. We made it through 4 and 5. All right.
It may end up just being like
one and done.
Yeah.
So our first, I got a 4. So that is we spot or come upon suddenly the 9 of clubs. So clubs are plants and other mobile forms of life, and 9 is deep underground.
Great.
I'm gonna say that maybe to kind of use a thing that I've used before, maybe there's too intense of a storm as we're trying to land. Like it was
Oh,
fairly calm at first, but this storm just rolls up suddenly, and so Rory flies us into this large cave, and we just keep exploring because why not?
that
Nothing
sounds good.
ever happens that's bad in caves, not even
Yeah.
once. Um, and the plant that we find is somehow like deep underground. There is like a Venus flytrap, but it is pale and translucent, like a white translucent Venus flytrap,
Interesting.
and it's very very large, like large enough it could eat us if we were dumb enough to act like flies.
But stay away from that one, I think.
Yeah, no, I didn't plan on poking this one.
Don't touch it.
I mean,
No.
I probably could poke it, but like
But
I don't
why would
wanna.
you?
Well, for science, of course.
Well, her side. Ugh.
The comments. Asparagus. Oh no.
Do we have?
uh,
No, I
nope, nope.
object to that
The
one.
Venus, the Venus flytrap.
I object to that one in
Dang
particular.
it, Artemis. There's water in my bean water. Pot
There's
check
water in my
two.
bean water. Ooh, something
Uh,
popped. Oh, okay.
usually a good thing, but if you want to do some further science and examine this,
Yeah, let's do that. I'll use the weird looking dice again. 4.
okay.
I really
Uh,
am just gonna roll all like 4s.
let's see. So, add a detail you notice about the
Yeah.
ghost Venus flytrap.
Um, on the inside, it has little like black bumps. And as we're getting close to it and everything, we realize that the black bumps are eyes. Just thousands
Oh,
of eyes on the inside.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Um, also, definitely Artemis for the YouTube. We need some trigger warnings on this one.
It's real creepy.
Or I forget what it's called. The phobia of like holes or things like that. Um, yeah, maybe we just call this whole episode one big trigger warning.
One big trigger warning. Don't go here. Skip this one.
Right? Don't watch this episode. Brackett's like, you know what? I don't
You
like this planet already, so we're just gonna. Wow, that's another 4. Okay. Um, we've got the 8 of Hearts this time, so we've got a ruin, and 8 is on a glacier. Oh,
Oh.
okay. My brain goes immediately to empty. Apparently. Uh, fuck. What was that movie called? I have it. I really like it.
You have it?
Uh, Jesus, I cannot think now. Even who the guy?
Um,
Um, it's an '80s movie
oh, then I
where
might not know.
they're in Antarctica.
Um, is it like a scary movie?
Yeah. Oh, The Thing. Jesus. Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I've never seen that.
Oh. Well, it's a good movie in a. Yes, thank you,
You,
Artem.
you sound
Uh,
unsure.
Thank you, asparagus. That is the word. I'm also not going to try and pronounce that because I'm not going to make that big of an idiot of myself right now. But that's the one. That's the one that's the trigger warning. Um, yeah, no, it is a good movie. As far as like the special effects are pretty impressive. The acting's great. It's terrifying, but it's also terrifying. So
Yeah, I
be
have heard
prepared.
many good things. That's like a classic, right?
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah. I had the fortune or misfortune of seeing it in theaters when they did like
oh,
a
like a
play old movies
special.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was even worse. Yeah, on the big screen with the surrounds. Yeah, terrifying. So, I'm gonna say that we find the ruin. It looks like human ruins, actually, that
Oh,
are not super old. Almost as if someone had tried to set up like a science operation or a small colony here.
okay.
Um, Everything is partially frozen over. Um,
Makes sense.
yeah, yeah, being on a glacier and all.
Right.
And we do see that there are like spatters of red on the ice. Very ominous.
I don't think this is a good place.
But this is probably fine. Like it's probably just pollen again, right? Or algae or moss, lichen,
Sure. Okay.
something. All of those things that live in very cold environments,
Yeah, definitely. Arctic setting uh makes sense. Yeah.
right? I thought so. Brackett's like, do you want to get a closer look at it? Maybe.
Yeah, I'll go up and like try to test it. Do something.
I Brackett has Rory send the drone up to like it has a little tiny pick and it like chips the ice off of the door enough that we can open it.
Go in.
Yeah.
Do it. I'll go
So
in.
if you want to roll to examine it, we'll see what we see.
5.
5. Wow. Moving up in the world. Um Great. Tell us how this ruin changes in some way.
Ooh. I think as we go in, obviously it's very cold and a bunch of lights start to come on like in the equipment and we hear like the last recording like
Ooh.
as if this place is just auto playing the last thing that someone recorded here and it's
Mhm.
something that's and it like sounds like saying like oh we've been testing the this like sap that seeps out of these reeds. It's like they've been
Right.
exploring as well. And we brought it back up here, and it seems to be reacting in a funny way to the ice. I'm not really sure. It's like the ice makes it grow, expand. I'm not really sure. It's like spreading a lot. And hey, what was
As we're
that?
listening,
And then it like cuts
as we're
off.
listening, Brackett like pushes some buttons and finds that there's another recording, but if you've ever seen the movie Prometheus,
I have
um,
seen that one.
where they have like the projections
Yeah.
of their recordings, and so like this one is audio and it's the projection, so you can see like these scientists, and they're just kind of like chatting, doing casual stuff, and then you can hear something in the background, and you see like tendrils from this the sap that has grown exponentially, just very menacingly coming into the projection. And Brackett's like, "Yeah, no, we're done here."
Yep. I think maybe that stuff wasn't good. Is
Yeah, no,
this do you think it's just remnants from like maybe something there was some sort of psychotropic something or other on that last planet and it's just affected us and now everything seems weird.
you know, I would say that, but like this is a recording, and I don't think that we hallucinated that recording. And he like quickly takes like a flash drive essentially with the data with him. I was like, you know what, Rory didn't get out of the ship because Rory just kind of lives there most of the time. We'll take
Yeah,
this. We'll take this back to Hermes Station, and maybe we'll check it out there and see if we still, see this weird stuff.
I like that. I like that idea. That's good. That's because we should really have a better idea of what's going on with this place. And I just want to know if it's affecting us. That's really
Yeah,
what.
I just want to know if like we should set fire to these two planets and then walk away,
Well, I feel like that might not be necessary, but I could be
or
wrong.
what
I
if it
like
was?
look around, see if anything like red is spreading in here. You know what? We should go. I think we should go.
Yeah.
I think we
As
should
we're like
see what else there
walking
is.
out, you can kind of hear like slimy noises from inside. Like, you know what? We'll just how do we freeze this back?
Yeah, or like burn it? Because
Both,
it's like
both.
growing with the cold.
That's true. And Breckett goes over, and there's like he grabs the drone. There's like a button on it, and it just shoots fire out.
Flamethrower. Small flamethrower.
Didn't know it did that, but hey, I'm glad it
I'll
does.
take it.
And so we just see this flaming science station as we walk off, and there's
Nothing to
totally
see here.
totally not any screaming, at all from whatever we just killed.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Definitely. On that note, do you want to make our next discovery?
Yeah. I'll use different die. 6.
Okay. So that one is while we're resting. Ooh,
Oh,
the Queen of Diamonds. So living
I don't wanna
beings.
find things while we're resting on this planet.
Well, so we've got living beings, and oh man, Queen is in deep water. So maybe we take the submersible, which totally has a name, and I'm forgetting it now. Uh,
Oh, okay.
and we're down there for a while, so we're like, you know what? Let's take a quick cat nap.
Yeah.
And yeah, what do we find? What kind of living creature do we find
Living
underwater?
creature. Um, it's like kind of an anglerfish almost, but it's just like because anything that's like a deep sea thing already is a little bit creepy.
Right.
And it's like almost see-through and it's got these big eyes that are like red like that whatever it was coming out of the reeds and we see one just kind of drift by and then like as we're resting down there a couple more we're like what And there's like 5. Okay, what is happening? There's a lot of these. I'm not a fan.
Yeah,
We
I got
should,
a 2, so somebody has to draw it.
oh, good.
Um, I'm gonna say that we do see there's like 1 or 2 of them that kind of floats by without red eyes.
Oh,
And then as they get kind of to the edge of the light, we see that the red-eyed ones come and probably eat them, just like outside of the edge. Um, we can assume that because there's like a black inkiness that starts to spread from that area, and then
sure.
some red-eyed ones just float by casually very soon
Okay.
after.
Mm, I don't know. Cannibalistic. I'm making notes, like writing it down.
Well,
I'm
and
like,
did you notice the eyes were different on those
yeah,
ones
it's
that just got murdered?
this one is less, they're like regular eyes, like regular fish eyes.
Yeah, not the red eyes.
I wonder if that stuff um makes them murderous or something?
Um, you didn't touch it, right?
I don't think so. I'm like looking at my hands like
Do you have red on
ah,
you?
probably like just a dot or something like it splashed up. Because
Brackett's, in the submersible, like eyeing the drone, like like keeping an eye on it so that he knows where it is in case, you turn into one of them and he needs to flamethrower you for reasons.
Anyway, yeah, as I'm drawing it, it seems like it just, oh, well, okay, that one came and ate it. So I guess I'll add that to my drawing. Uh, yeah, I mean, that's a theory. Maybe the red stuff is like, maybe it affects your impulses or something.
Maybe you should not just leave it on you, probably.
Well, I'm trying to get it off. Like rubbing it, pull out some hand sanitizer and just uh like ah
Brackett's got like the equivalent of a Dremel, but you know, medical equipment, basically, just in case.
see if I could like take like a nail file or something and like
Does it
it's
come off?
fine. Um hmm. Odds no, evens yes. That's a 2. So yes, it comes off.
Okay. Yeah, as soon as it does, Brackett's got like a sample jar that he just like puts over it like it's a bug, and then he slams a lid on it, and it's just like, I know what we need to do with this, and he takes it over to essentially they have like I'm gonna say we have an incinerator, for trash, and he just like closes it and cranks the knob as high as it'll go. It's just like, yeah, no, that's gone. Hopefully, it didn't do anything weird to you in the meantime.
Yeah.
Everything's probably fine. We'll move on to the next thing.
Right.
And the 3, so sudden. We've got the Jack of Diamonds. So more living beings. Um, Jack is in the desert. So yeah, we decide we don't like creepy anglerfish underwater land. We need somewhere a lot drier and less cold. But it seems like maybe this planet has been kind of overtaken by the red. Because as we land, we find there are lizards, very large lizards, sunbathing in the desert. Like we land, we don't see them, but as we get out, they're maybe partially submerged in the sand. Um, but we see these red eyes all just kind of flick open. Like, no, I don't know about this.
I think everything red here is bad. That's what I've decided.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you
Seems.
want to do some science here?
I mean, what if they're affected by the same stuff?
Brackett's holding the drone as you say that. Like finger on the button for the flamethrower.
You know, maybe we should just. It's just eyes.
Well, we can see the eyes, and then as you like kind of look a little bit more, yeah, you can see the lizard shapes sort of under the sand. They were seemingly, there to collect the heat a little bit, but they were partially camouflaged because of their like skin tone.
They're just little lizards.
You say little, but they're
Fine.
like crocodile size.
Well,
They're just little guys, probably.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. If they have big teeth, I don't want to get up next to them.
All the better to eat you with.
Right? Uh, huh. I'll just get like 30 feet away.
Okay.
And see if I can see more about them.
Yeah, if you want to roll your examination.
Who?
Oh, you get to draw these ones too.
Gosh.
But if you want to paint us a word picture of what you observe.
You said they're like little well, not little, but like lizardy things
Yeah.
with red eyes.
Yep. Partially submerged.
Hmm. What? That. I think like as I get closer to them, there's some kind of like we hear like a trill. They make like
Okay.
a kind of like chirpy sound. And it kind of like I don't know, we have to like shake our heads for a minute because it's like a sonic burst almost, like just it's really high pitched and it doesn't sound that loud to us, but like our ears hurt.
Right.
Oh,
Brackets. I already have tinnitus, but like this is different.
I'm not a fan. Why are they so loud?
But
Ew,
also not.
but not. Why does that hurt? Is that outside of human hearing range or something?
Yeah, and it's making me feel really weird. Like maybe we should go.
We'll just take a few steps back away.
Yeah, we'll we'll not adopt one of these. We'll just tell Rory we didn't see anything.
Yeah.
Breckett just like punches the drone. Like, you didn't see anything.
Yeah.
Because Rory was taking a nap and missed all the live footage that now got deleted.
Right. We'll just tuck that away. I feel like they have like snake fangs too. That's how I'm gonna draw them.
Yeah, that makes sense. So we've got 2 more cards on this planet, but I think Breckett is about spooked out. And he's like, you know what? Let's just go back to the station. And before we end, since I know you're still working on some drawings, we'll take a second to just kind of hang out at Hermes Station, because that's something that we haven't done yet. We've talked about it.
Is that like home base? Like where we take stuff back to?
Yeah. So I mean, it's I would say similar in size to like the Citadel from Mass Effect. So pretty large, you know.
Okay.
We go back to our normal kind of dock, and probably even have people waiting for us, which is a little bit unusual. Normally, we just kind of come and go, and they don't, bother us a whole lot. But yeah, that's kind of where I was going, Artemis. So, as we land, we're getting out. Gertrude is definitely looking guilty. Just kind of like not making eye contact with anyone. Rory is probably maybe not saying anything, but has some, questioning eyes. And as we get out, we see this like hooded figure. And I don't have Abby's fancy voice mod, but it sounds a lot like Ram, who none of us have met before. Like, we've never met the person in charge, but we know of them. We've heard a lot of stories, and they're just like, "Why haven't you been answering your emails? We've been trying to reach you, and it's not about the Griffin's extended warranty this time."
We've been trying to reach you about your extended warranty.
The classic spaceship extended warranty.
What about? I mean, I don't really have access to the ship's email. I just have my own, so I don't know. What did we miss?
Yeah, there's really only one person who has access to the emails, because I forgot the password. And he looks over at Gertrude, who is very much not making eye contact with anyone. But you know what? That's probably a good place for us to end it, and then we can have
this state of suspense.
We can have Abby explain herself another time.
Explain yourself. The fish are not very impressive. I don't know if you can see any.
I mean, that's nice and spooky.
Red eye, right?
I'm here for it, yeah.
Here's the mound things that have eyes.
That's even more terrifying. It's like Diglett, but spooky.
Yeah. There's the bleeding reeds.
Thinks I hate it.
And I am working on the lizard. I'll post pictures later.
Awesome. Well,
we're
gonna rate our friends at the Magic Academy.
There we go. Threw off all my white balance and lighting and
right. So stick around for the raid. I don't know yet if I'm going to stream this afternoon. I might be. If I am, it'll be over on the Hammer of the Gods, because we're doing session 0 of the Werewolf the Apocalypse mini campaign, and I'm super excited about that. So, just keep an eye out. We'll maybe do something, or we'll do it next week. I don't know. But anyway, thanks for playing, Emily, and
thanks for having me back for a creepy episode.
This time on purpose.
This time on purpose. Not always on purpose, but this time, yes.
Yeah, and also, before we raid, money, please donate to Extra Life.
Yes.
Give money to people who need it, and
Give
then
money.
we'll raid whenever that thing does the thing.